Welcome, 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 everyone. We are back. I know it's been a minute,
It's been a
but
minute.
we're here and we are here. We have a new artist for you tonight. We got some cool things coming up. We're going to talk about some Black history stuff because
Yeah.
Elaine and I, we figured out that we're Black history. So we're going to talk about us a little bit,
Absolutely.
And so, that I ain't trying to tell our age or nothing like that, but we got some stuff we could talk about what we did for the world and all of that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
Yes, so we are here. We're excited tonight. We're not going to belabor the time because our artists, being an independent artist is a lot of work. We work on that side and we got other things to do to keep that stuff fueling. So we're
I
always
love it.
grind. You know what I mean? And I love it. I do too,
Yeah.
Elaine. I love it. Yeah.
And from what we understand, and we're going to hear from him, he's got a lot of things that he's doing, and I want to hear about all of it.
Yes.
He's got music, he's got art, so he's doing it all. So this is really exciting.
So yeah, so like we usually start out with like some current events and stuff that's happening in our life, but tonight we're going to start out with our new artist, and we'd like to welcome to the platform Mr. CHERROD L. Allen, Billboard charting indie artist. Yes, yes.
Hello, ladies. Hello.
Hi, how
Hello.
are you?
How
I'm
are
well.
you?
I'm well. How are you all?
Great.
Thank you, Elaine. Thank you, Katrice. So glad.
Yeah. Thank you for saying yes because you could
Yes.
have said no, but we are grateful that you said yes to our interview in your busy schedule. And I'm gonna let Elaine get the conversation started with you, and we'll just flow. We kind of like tag team off of each other if we hear something or whatever,
Yes, we
and we're just
do.
gonna let you tell our fans and those who are listening and who will watch the replay who you are, what you do, how you got started in the music industry. You know the spiel when you go on interviews. You know what to say.
Yes.
Go for
Yes.
it, Sherrod.
Yes.
Sure,
And,
sure.
and we always want to hear something that maybe is going on right now that nobody else really kind of knows about you,
Oh, the inside scoop.
so we'll be looking for that kind of information. You heard it here first, people, on T.H.S.A. Records. You heard it here first. So
Yes.
we're really excited to have you. We know what it takes to be an independent artist, and you've really been grinding. So we want to hear everything, whatever it is that you want to tell us, how you got started, your background, what other things you have going on. A lot of us get involved in other arts, besides music. And I believe we're going to listen to something tonight, correct? We're going to hear something, Katrice?
Yes, but I don't know what you want me to play. So let me know now. So while you're talking, I can make it
You
happen.
can cue it up.
Yep.
Okay.
What song do you want me to
Which
pull
song do
up
you
for
want us
you,
to play?
Sherrod?
Whatever you desire to play.
Okay. Okay.
Whatever you desire to play. Let's go with God Specializes.
Okay.
Okay.
Got you.
What?
Should I talk now?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Please
Well, listen.
talk.
Hello, everyone out there, all the viewers, all the listeners. Listen, this is an opportunity that I do not take for granted. Any platform that the Lord opens for me is a great opportunity because you know what? We are here spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ. My name is CHERROD Allen. Yes,
Yes.
I am a native of Brooklyn, New York. Currently, not there anymore, but I'm not saying that because people like to stalk you out here on these streets. But listen, I started in music ministry at a very, very young age, and I thank God for that through the instrumentality of my mom, my grandmother, my dad. Listen, just being instrumental in my church choir, in the youth choir back at my old church. Those are my humble beginnings, and
Yeah.
I'm forever grateful for that because that's where it brought me to today. All of it piqued my interest just to be able to sing and be able to do things that I love and learning the harmonies that
Yeah.
we experience today on all levels. So that's pretty much my beginning of music. in ministry. I'm grateful to God for that.
Yes.
Currently, I do have a couple of projects out right now, which is A Designer's Heart, which was
Ooh.
released in 2021. Yes, and then also I have something that's out now called I Believe God, which is a single featuring Trayvon Perry, um, who's also a Billboard charting artist and also a family of mine.
Oh,
Listen, if you could, I could never think that I would be in this place right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like a dream come true. I mean, I've sung with many great artists. I still sing with many great artists to this day, and I just like singing. Um, my specialty is songwriting. Um, that's what this is all about. So
yes.
God had given me the idea to develop a project for songwriting. Many times you want to source your music to people. Some people may hear you, some people don't. But I
Hmm.
believe that what God has given me is something that's special, just like anyone else. God is no respecter of person. So
That's
Yes.
right.
sometimes you have to just step out and launch out into the deep and do it
Yes.
yourself.
Yes.
But
Mm-hmm.
that's where I am right now, and I thank God He allowed me to start Clad Music. Um, Another situation which I thought would never happen, but God has been really faithful, and I'm truly grateful.
So what's so
truly,
tell us a
truly
little bit
grateful.
about Clad Music. What is that? Like a
Well,
label?
Clad Music is my own label as an indie artist.
Awesome.
Yes, it's my own brand, um, featuring yours truly at the moment. Um, but down the line, I believe that other artists and other opportunities will come through this endeavor. Writing the
Absolutely.
vision and starting it out, you just got to do it. Don't know how you're gonna do it, but just start it and just
I
allow God to
love it.
add increase.
Let me tell you, and don't lose your thought, because I just have to say this, because what you said is confirmation. Bishop Bruce Parham, right?
Yes, yes. Oh,
Incredible.
wonderful man. Yeah.
So he preached a few weeks back, if not now, then when? And he was talking about, he says, when you write the vision, he says, God, you may feel like you're not equipped. He said, but God has already prepared you to walk in it, and he'll ready you
God.
as you walk through it.
Yes.
So you may feel like you're not ready and you're equipped, but he's already presented you with it. So you've got Clad, you're already an independent artist, you've already got your branding, and now you're just walking in it. So you no longer have to say, well, I'm going to do this in 5 years or 4 years. If not now, then when? And
Right.
you are doing that now. And that is true confirmation of what he was saying. Because a
That's
lot of
cool.
times we don't feel like we're ready, but
Wow.
he equips us as we go
Um,
because the
True.
vision is there. And he
yeah,
says the vision is never wrong because God gave it to you.
that's right. That's right.
That's true.
Yeah.
Woo! I got excited
Yes.
about
Yeah.
that.
All right now.
Yeah.
You're about to start it up in here. I love
I
it.
love it.
Listen, that's confirmation upon confirmation is what it's about. Stepping out and launching into the deep is what we have to do. We have to learn how to position ourselves, and just being a good steward
That's
in
good.
the word and learn what God
That's
has
good.
you is important. It's good to have good training ground. I believe
Yes.
everything that the Lord has allowed me to go through and be a part of is training ground. Not saying that I learned it all, because we are
Right.
ever learning. I'm learning
Yes.
every day. I'm learning
Yes.
every day, and I am a student to it. So
Hmm.
I welcome it, and I position myself to remain humble in everything that I do. Because, like I said, I always say to God be the glory. I don't know how it happened. I don't know what's going on, but I would say always to God be the glory. And God has
Absolutely.
granted me with favor upon favor, and I'm just so ever grateful. Yes, you got to
Yeah.
start it. So I encourage
Yes.
those who out there that's listening, listen, just start it, just do it, write the vision. I wrote it down, just went with it, and just
It
everything,
manifested.
everything God has allowed to come to fruition, I am so grateful for.
Yeah.
More to
Wow.
Yeah. A
come.
lot of times
More to come.
we don't really realize what's in us until we actually step out to do it.
That's true.
Like you wrote it down on a piece of paper, and on that what's on that paper doesn't really it's just an idea,
Right.
it's what God gave you, but you really don't understand the tenacity that you have, the drive that you have, the
The strength,
determination that you have
endurance.
until
Yes.
you actually step out in it.
You got to step
I
out.
really, everything that I have right now to today, I I just did it. No, I had no blueprint. I just did it. God gave me the idea. I said, okay, well, let's just do it. And I tell people that all the time, the people that I work with, the artists that I work with, and those people that even in different areas of ministry that I serve, I tell them all the time, that's faith. You know what I mean? Like, God gives us we're not supposed to know what the next step is. We're
Yeah.
just supposed to be obedient. How about this? The
Yes.
first time,
Yes.
when you do it the first time, because as so many times in my life, it's like I've been like, oh my God, I should have did that. I know it, I know God was saying it, but he's so loving, he's so faithful, and
Yes.
he's so kind that
Yes.
he usually brings it back around. I'm not missing it the second time, God giving
I
me
know.
another chance. And a lot of times in the music industry, if you don't take it that first time, you miss it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like
Yes.
ministry. Like, and so it's like, you have to be able to hear God, believe him and trust him and say, okay, I'm doing it. God, okay, I know this is you, and just step
Yes.
out and do it. And that's a big ups to you for doing that. Because a lot of times you don't know where the money's coming from. You don't know where the help is coming from. You be like,
Amen.
okay, God, all right,
Yeah.
come on now.
And that's what I was going to say when you say
Yeah.
operating in faith, because God wants to see that you trust him.
Mm-hmm.
That's you showing that you trust him when you're operating in faith. And sometimes I mean, a lot of us, especially independent artists, we are always moving in uncharted territories.
Yes.
And it's like, guess
Yes.
what? I feel like I'm walking on a glass ceiling, but God, I know you got me. So, you
Yeah.
know, I wanted to
Yeah.
ask you one question
Sure.
because I know this conversation is so good. But I wanted to ask you one question. It sounded like you said you have something that came out in 21. So of course we were still in the pandemic in 21. So how we constantly try to encourage people on how we navigated during that time. And some people are tired of talking about it, but as artists, sometimes that's our greatest inspiration. God really
Mm-hmm.
gets us by ourselves because we were
Mm-hmm.
all isolated. And what came out of that for you, um, having that isolation and spending more time with the Lord? Obviously, a project came out.
Well, the project the project has been in the works for some time.
Oh, got it.
Um,
Okay.
like going back to the whole thing of being an indie artist and financing it yourself and doing everything that you need to
Mm-hmm.
done does take time.
Yes.
And it's been in the works for some time, and the timing of God is very critical. It's
Yes.
because the time that I wanted it to come out, it wasn't ready to come out. And
Mhm.
everything that did happen happened for a reason. So, and everything, I give God thanks, because if it came out during that time, it probably wouldn't have been the right timing of it. So the chronos, the timing of God, is
Yes.
Yeah.
very
Yes.
important.
Yes.
So it came out during a time where it was an opportunity where the world had more of the attention, where they're looking and seeking opportunities of how to get closer to God. And I'm so grateful that the music that the Lord allowed me to pen during that time and as we move forward is music that will help people to be encouraged, uplifted, that will always redirect them back to God, that will always give them opportunity to think and to have a reframe on how to give God glory through every situation. So,
Yes.
Mhm.
um, if anything, throughout that process, it allowed me to fine tune some of the things that I already had in place that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
It originally was supposed to be a huge project. I mean, like, I was throwing everything out. I was gonna do like 20 songs, just not. But I wanted to do more. But I said, you know what, let me just do this and see how this goes and then go from there. So that's how that pretty much came about with that. And the music is here. Have some great artists on this project. Michelle
Wow.
Pratha, Mama Sue Roseberry. I
Oh,
have,
I know her.
yes, she just celebrated her birthday yesterday. I love her. She's so sweet.
Yeah, she
Um,
is.
yes. Evangelist Lillian Lloyd, Dr. Benjamin Bond is on here. Who else is on? Tiffany Andrews is on here. So I was blessed to have some other great artists too on here. Markel Williams and oh my gosh, she gonna kill me. This is my sister. I can't think of her name right now. She's gonna kill me. Tisha Letitia Borkin. Yes, she's on here as well too. And
Oh, wow.
Letitia Teasley. So I have a lot of great people that came in with me on this. Shout out to my producer Maurice Perry, aka Mo Dot, and shout out to Kamani Davis. I see he just put something up there.
Yes.
Kamani Davis, he helps me to keep everything together. He is managing and helping me to facilitate a lot of stuff. So it's been a journey. It's been a journey, and knowing when you have favor with people. When I say favor with people, I say favor because everyone that participated in this particular project has been taken care of in some type of light to whatever they wanted to get done. So it's
Mhm.
important to be integral. It's important
Yes.
to take your time and plan. So like
Ooh,
if you know whatever the budget is, you have to plan. So whatever you got to do to
absolutely.
get it done, not go in the hole. If you got to wait a little bit, then you got to wait.
Yes.
It's gonna though the vision tarry. Uh,
All right now. All right
so
now.
it may be prolonged, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. And I had to
Right.
through this process, I had to learn that because it was frustrating for me. Because I was like, why is it not happening now? Why, I wanted it to be out for a pivotal birthday of mine, but it
Right.
didn't happen then. So it happened after. But like I said, if it happened then, it would have been much effective as it is now.
Yes. And look at how the Lord blessed, because Kamani's like, Sherrod Allen is a Billboard charting artist. Like,
Yeah, he not even letting me do my job
I
backstage.
know,
I'm back
right?
here
Kamani's
producing the
always in
show,
there.
trying to push stuff up there. He putting it up there too. It's okay. We get it.
But that's incredible. I mean, it's incredible because, you know, that's it's hard to reach.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, I thank God. I thank God. I don't know how it happened. I mean, just connecting with good people and being, because some people believe in you, some people don't. You have to, but you are your greatest, you know,
Advocate. You
supporter.
are. You
Yeah,
are.
you
You
have to,
are.
and that's why I go back to say, even I can say all day I'm a songwriter, but if I don't have a resume behind what I say that I do,
Mhm.
who's going to receive it?
Right.
So when did you realize that you were a songwriter? How old were you?
Oh my gosh, I want to say at the age of 13.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I've
That's beautiful.
find myself just humming tunes and coming up with lyrics and stuff like that. I'm like, what is this? I'm like, oh, okay. I
I
still
don't know
remember
about
one song.
I
What
don't
was
know
it?
about you, but with me, like I am always in awe when God trusts me with his melodies. I say it to Elaine all the time. Like when I
Yeah.
hear the songs back that God allows me to write and to sing and to record, I be like, I can't, like when I be in my own zone and I'm listening to him, I can't stop the tears from coming because it's so humbling that he would download a melody to me to give to the world. And it's not like just I can't I'm always in awe of God for using me that way. How do you feel about that?
I feel amazing. Like I'm just like
Yeah,
I'm like really you. This is really what you're trying to tell me right now.
exactly.
This is the direction you want me to go. I'm
Yeah,
like, wow. I mean, because we want to be unique. We want to be different in all.
yep,
Everybody's different. I respect
Yes.
everyone's craft, everyone's anointing. That's what makes us all different as artists.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
what I do, you don't do, and vice
that's right.
versa. And even though we may are in the same categories of whatever we do, if it's writing, God gives it to us, like you said, He downloads it to us very differently.
Differently.
And
Yes.
I'm forever grateful. It's like, oh wow, this is your spin on
Me
this.
too.
Wow. It could
Me
be just
too.
like it's just
Wow.
like a hymn. You could take a hymn and someone have different ideas and flip it so many times. Like, wow, I never thought
Mhm.
about that chord right there. Wow, that's amazing.
Do
So
you
it's
play
all
as well? Do you play?
listen, the last thing I played was back in high school when I played the trumpet, and that was it.
That was my question, Katrice. I was like, do you play any
No,
instruments? You know,
I don't play. I don't play anything. No, I don't.
So what's your process? And then we're going to play your song. So what's your process? Tell us your process because everybody has a different process too.
yeah. Does it
So
come in
when
a
you get the
dream?
song, when you get, yeah, go ahead, Elaine.
It's
Yeah.
really weird for me. It really is because I could hear something like a melody or something. I mean, I even hear a melody. It could be words that may come to me out of the blue. It could be something I hear musically, and I'll just go from there. And next, I have a whole entire song. I can't
Mhm.
recall the song that Mama Sue Roseberry is on, which is "He's God." I was driving back from South Carolina on Christmas evening. That was I forgot that was 2019, I think it was, either 2020, and I was just started humming a song. I was like, "He is the Ancient of Days. He's the Giver of Life." I'm like, "His promises are secure."
Uh-oh.
I'm like, wait a minute, let me record this right now. And so like the
Yeah,
little bit of piece that I had, and next as I'm driving back, I'm like, wow, I got a whole entire song just like
yeah.
that, just like that.
Wow.
And I'm like, wow.
So then after you record it in your phone and you got it captured, then what do you do? What's your next
I
step?
I wait. I'll wait to see
I
if
do
this
the
is the
same thing.
to see. Yeah, I wait because it's like, well, because to be honest with you, I have a catalog of material that has not been recorded. I mean, there's so much material that the Lord has allowed me to have. I'm like, are you serious? So this stuff, I go back through voice memos or I
I
write
want
whatever
something.
I've written down, and I'm like, when did I do this? And then I start listening to it. I'm like, oh, I remember this. And then like sometimes I remember it, sometimes I forget it. So it's like one of those things with me. Like, but I know there's newer songs that I've written recently that was like, okay, let me sit this right here. I need to get through this set of stuff right here before I even touch that.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm like, okay, God, thank you. I need to get this out here.
Right.
So
yeah,
I'm trying. I'm pushing. There's more
This
to
is
come.
great. This is great because it just shows that he trusts you with, he trusts you and he's going to
yeah.
continue to just keep giving it to you to where you're like, I mean, you're never going to run dry. You're always
That's
going to
right.
have
Wow. I
some
received it.
some music. You're always going to have something to give and it's going to be the timing.
Yeah.
Now, we want to tell you, Kamani is blowing up
Facebook.
our Facebook.
Okay.
So we always say we want everybody to follow and share. We've already shared. We've shared on our Facebooks. We have a lot of followers, so we've already followed and shared. Um,
Yeah.
you sang with James Hall. Love, 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 love.
Yes.
Um, and what did he say? He said the song with God is on the Throne with Lillian Lloyd. Well, she's a beast. Oh my
Yes.
goodness, she's a beast. So that has hit the airways and that's charting, which is great. And I don't know why he put Gary Diggs. Maybe he's just pinging Gary
Tagging
Diggs.
him. Yeah.
He's tagging him. But absolutely, everybody out there, we want you to download Sherrod Allen's music today.
Yes. Get
I'm
something.
excited about him, and we're gonna
Yes.
keep following you. And yeah, look in your book or catalogs.
I
I
was
want
going
a
to say,
song.
I want a song. I want a song.
Well,
I want a
listen.
song.
Okay.
He said he like
Okay.
listen. He like listen.
Okay. Okay.
I
Let's
want
do
a
this.
Absolutely.
song.
Let's do this.
Yeah,
Um.
I love to collaborate. We always talk about, we always
Oh,
end up talking about collaboration on here
we
because
love
it's
it.
nothing like getting a group of creators in the room together when I tell you, and the juices get to flowing. You don't know what you be come up with. It's amazing.
Tell you.
Absolutely.
It's amazing.
So he's
Yeah.
been nominated for the
So,
Gospel Choice Music Awards.
yes, congratulations on all of your awards and accolades.
I could tell he's very humble because we couldn't find this information. So glad Kamani is like giving it to us.
So I'm gonna play your YouTube. It's gonna give me a second to pull it up, and then we're gonna let you go because I know you got to. But I'm having such a good time talking to you. You have to come back when you have more time. Yeah,
please. We'd love to.
Absolutely.
We'd love to.
So don't leave. We're just gonna play your song, and then we're gonna talk about it a little bit, Katrice, when he comes. When it's over.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Romans 8:28 says, and we know that all work together for the good to them that love God. God specializes in things. Come on, choir.
God specializes. God specializes.
God specializes.
God specializes in things that's impossible.
God
specializes.
Yeah. Come on.
God specializes.
He can do the impossible, y'all.
God specializes in things that's impossible.
He will do.
No other power will do.
Yeah.
No other
power, y'all. He will do.
No other power will do.
He will do.
No other power will do.
Come on. Let's take it out, y'all. Come on. Come on. Put your hands on it, y'all. Come on. Hey, come on. He specializes. He will. What no other power will do. He specializes. My God specializes. Y'all better sing. Come on, clap your hands with me. Yeah. I see you clapping your hands, y'all. Yo, I got my boy here. Yo, man, come help me out, man.
He specializes in things impossible. He can do the unthinkable. He can open up the blinded eyes so they can see. Oh, imagine what he can do for me. He specializes in things that seem so unreachable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Put your hands together and say, He's special.
All right.
What kind of man can turn water into wine?
Sometimes they go up.
It's a whole octave, right? We don't win a whole octave by now, right?
Yes.
Come on, y'all. He will. He will. Come on. I know he will. I know he will. Come on.
He will.
Tell your neighbor he will do it.
He will do it.
Yeah, what no other. What no other will do. Come on. Come on. Yeah. God's gonna do it, y'all. Come on. He will do it. Hey. Oh, yeah. Tell him, what no other. What no other. He will. Let's go. Get out of here, y'all. What no other will do. All right, now, y'all.
Amazing. I love it.
I have not heard anybody redo God Specializes. I'm sure there's a lot of, but that is hot.
Yeah. What
That's
no
hot.
other. I love it. I
Yes.
love it. Yes.
What was
Yes.
that?
That's hot.
Yes, sir.
Amazing. Amazing.
yeah,
That
yeah.
song is amazing. I
So
love
we
it.
know, we know you have to go, but we are so excited about you being here with us tonight. Thank you, thank
Yes.
you, thank you for squeezing us into your busy schedule. We so appreciate you and are so grateful for you. And we appreciate your gift and the anointing that God has placed
Yes.
in your life. We will continue to follow you. So when you I know Kamani will let us know too, because he tags us on stuff.
Yes.
All his artists do, but we do actually post your flyers on our page, so we advertise your events and stuff that you
Anything
got
that you're
going
doing.
on. Yes, we
Yes.
do advertise for you as well, because we get it.
Yes. Maybe we'll get to go see him live.
Yeah. Do you perform in Jersey at all?
Not as of yet. We shall see. There's something in the works.
We're gonna have to get you over here.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, why are we acting like we're scared of New York or scared of
I'm
wherever
not.
he
I
is?
just was asking if he's ever been here. I go,
all
you know
across the
me, I go
bridge.
everywhere.
Right, right.
Yeah.
A time ago, I've
Wow.
been in Jersey for other events and stuff like that. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, we
This
pray
is
that the grace and peace of God be with you for the rest of
yes.
your evening, that He
Thank
will
you.
cover you wherever you're going next after this, and that we will see you back here on T.H.S.A. Records platform
Yes.
real soon. Real soon.
Now,
Love it.
one quick thing, your cover, A Designer's Heart, is
Yeah.
that incorporating you as a stylist too. I mean, is that other things that it's incorporating?
I
I
love it.
saw the measuring tape. I saw the mannequin. I'm like, this guy is like a designer's heart. I love it. So we have to talk more
about that. Yeah, we got to talk about that.
What I will say, when the Lord gave me this piece to do, I said, Lord, now, I love to sing. I said, I do like the style. I do like the design on all levels. I love making everyone look great. So I said, okay, what should this project be called? And he said, Designer's Heart. I said, well, God, that makes sense. You are the master designer.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
You are the master designer. So it was just so befitting. The color schemes and all of that just has
fabulous
meaning to it, and the just I wanted to bring every piece about me into this.
I
That would
got
make
it.
sense.
I got it.
So,
And
here we have a designer's heart.
yes.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
All right. So, are there any parting words you have for the people?
Well, listen, I want to say thank you to you lovely ladies again for this opportunity, and I pray that the Lord will continue to blow on this endeavor that
I
will
received that. I
Praise
received
God.
it.
nothing but
Absolutely. I'll take it.
favor
Receive it.
upon favor,
Thank you.
commercials, finances, everything that you need in this season
Hallelujah.
shall come to pass because you have prepared yourselves and to be a vessel for
Hallelujah.
those that are in need
Thank
of
you.
this.
Thank
And
you.
you're not afraid to give back. You're not afraid to continue the work of ministry. So I pray that the Lord will continue to bless you both richly.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
And
so
to all
much.
the
Thank you
listeners
so
out
much.
there, thank you so much for this opportunity. If you would like to download the music, that's awesome. If you'd like to take it back to your churches and your fellowships and start singing it, that'd be great as well too.
Yes.
Listen,
Absolutely.
I love you all, and I thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Love
Good night.
you.
We'll talk
Good
soon.
night.
We will
Yes,
talk
definitely.
soon.
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right.
Take it
Good
easy.
night.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Good night. Be blessed.
That was amazing.
Oh my gosh. What a guy.
He's amazing. He is such a sweetie.
Very sweet. So
Yeah.
humble. And
And
he's got a lot.
what? A lot. A lot.
He's
A lot. A
got
lot.
a lot going on. And he's got some incredible folks on his CD. I tell you, everybody get out there because we're still live. Everybody get out there and download CHERROD Allen right now. I don't want to hear any ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah.
Trust me, you will not be disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's incredible. He's an incredible musician himself. He's an incredible singer himself. And he's got some incredible folks.
Kamani posted that he has done fashion for Ricky Dillard. And Ricky,
oh my goodness.
you know, Ricky, he's always sharp, right?
He brings it. I love seeing what Ricky Dillard is going to have on. That is incredible. So what, I mean, so many gifts in one person. That is phenomenal.
But that's what God does when you yield your vessel to him. He'll just keep, when he knows he can trust you, he'll just keep pouring stuff in you and in you and in you. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, we don't want to, I don't want to, we have a couple announcements. I do not want to let the hour go by without honoring some women. We'll be doing it periodically. This is the first day of Women's History Month. And I just kind of like Googled a couple things and came up with some women who are in at least the top 100 in women's history, even now and before. And so we'll start with her. Anybody can tell me who she is? Can you see it?
Is that Tina?
Yeah. Tina Turner. Let me tell you what they said about her. Hold on, let me get it up. They said that Tina she was 45. Y'all remember the video she did for What's Love Got to Do with It? She was 45 when the video happened. And she walked down the sidewalk in a mini skirt, high heels, a wig in that video. And it looked like she was 30 then, and she looks like she's 30 now. And the thing I love about Tina Turner is that is the truth. Like when you see her, it looks like she never ages, not one bit. When
She's incredible.
she is like her energy level is up there,
Yeah.
like she's
She never forgets her humble beginnings
yeah,
and how she fought to be where she is today.
yeah,
And
yeah.
she
She walked away
deserves,
from all of that stuff with Ike Turner and started
yeah,
her career
she
all
deserves
over.
every accolade.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she started all over. And then I looked up this young lady. Y'all know who that is, right? Her name is
Oh,
down there.
Simone gymnastics, absolutely.
Yeah,
Simone Biles.
Simone is 24, but she is the most accomplished American, not Black American
American.
gymnast in history with 4-time Olympic gold wins. That's huge.
Wow.
That's huge.
As a gymnast, absolutely.
Yeah, and she also is an actress because I seen her act before and some stuff.
She's been in several things, and
Hmm.
she went through some things as well, because it's a lot of pressure being
Yeah,
an
I
athlete.
remember that.
So I'm not sure, but I don't know if she's now an activist, speaking out
They
about.
did say that in the article too. Hmm.
Okay, so
Yeah,
what better person to come out and speak about? Hey, if you feel like something's not right, say something.
say something. Yeah.
To get yourself to where you need to be, mentally and emotionally healthy.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we were going to do a Black History thing last week, but I said we could just kind of Elaine and I can kind of like weave it into the interviews that we have coming up for March.
Mm-hmm.
And because Black History for us is every day. How about that? Like they
Every day.
choose to celebrate it once, but I'm Black 365 days a year. All right.
I've been Black for 63 years.
Thank you, 60 years. Thank you. So it's for me every day. And I just want for us to share a little bit about who we are, not a lot, just who we are and like what we've done, some of the things we've done and some of the things that we have going on in our lives even now. And so Elaine, you can start if you want. Or I can start. It doesn't matter. You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was actually born into a musical family. So and the thing that I really loved about our family is when we would get together and every family reunion, every Christmas, Thanksgiving, whenever it was more than two of us in the room, it might have been just two, there was some singing or something going on. And so my father was a songwriter. I ended up being a songwriter. And those types of things. But even in the corporate world or like business world, I on my job was the first child study team secretary at Atlantic City High School who did the job the way that I did it. A lot of the forms and things that they use nowadays, they still call me to help them do certain things. I created them. Though that's Black history. We are Black history living every day. When you get up and you use your mind, your creative to implement something that never was before ever, you're creating history.
Absolutely.
As we like the songs, I think my catalog on BMI maybe about 45 songs now maybe, and some of them aren't even registered still, and so it's like those types of things we overlook and we always want to go back to like slavery or whatever, and I'm not discounting that at all, not because I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now if those people didn't fight for us civil rights. But I remember that stuff in the 70s and all of those kind of things just not being treated fairly. So we kind of like lived our own Black history to be able to part the waters and make ways for those young people who come behind us to be able to do certain things that we had hard time getting done. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I have a similar background. The youngest of, for years I've said the youngest of 7, but I'm the youngest of 8. So we had some history that we learned during the past couple of years, that we had a brother that we never had the opportunity to meet, but he had been looking for us. And but I was born in Frankfurt, Germany. So my dad was in the military, and my mother was a stay-at-home mom. But when you have that many children, you are your only friends. So we kind of sat around, like you said, and sang, and a lot of us married musical spouses. So our spouses sang.
Yeah.
My sister, Sharon Lightsey, she married Richard Lightsey, and he played, so he became our piano player. So, you know, we became like the gospel specials, the '07. My brothers and sisters became the gospel specials. And then once they started having children, then the children were singing, and there you have it, the Sanders family. Sanders, no you, Sanders, not Saunders, Sanders family. And it's been a blessing. But for myself, I never really thought about, like, I love singing with my family. I love singing with mass choirs. I love singing with groups. I never really like wanted to venture out as an independent artist.
Yeah.
I love that background sound. I like big sounds. It's just kind of like what I grew up with, and it just makes me feel good. But here I am, an independent artist, and it's been a wonderful journey.
Making history. You just released
Yes,
a
making
single.
history.
Got one in the works. Got a whole album out there. Yeah, making history. That's what she's doing.
Yes. And I didn't even know I could write songs. I would get melodies, like CHERROD was saying. I would get a melody, and then I would call my nephew Corey Sanders and say, did I just write this? Is this a song, or is this something that's already out there? And he's like, you just wrote a song. I'm like,
Yeah,
what? You know?
yeah.
So I didn't even know. And I think one of my first songs was called Uncharted Territory. And I've never even done anything with it. Yeah. I mean, it needs some work. But the wording and the messaging is incredible. And it just talks about how the world can pull the rug from under you, but God is the one that's going to carry you through uncharted territories, you know, through our faith and trusting him. And you've got to believe that he's there for you. So I never knew I was a writer, and now I'm writing stuff. And, you know, no matter what flavor it is, it's my flavor, and it's what God gave me. And it's not here for the scrutiny of others, because guess what? God gave it to me.
That's right.
You know, you can write your songs and do you.
Right. That's one of the things I love about just working with Elaine and partnering with her, and her being my sister, because she is confident in who she is in Christ and what he has given her. And I didn't always have that confidence. First of all, my voice is so deep. Like my voice is not normal for a female. So I got a lot of scrutiny when I didn't even like you. I never expected to be an independent artist. I'm more like a choir director and a vocal coach and that type of thing. My thing was standing up there and like bring it in, this and that, directing the band and all of that. That was my thing in church, and I was happy doing that. And I met this man named John Cornett. And
Sanders-Mayfield.
Exactly. And he was from Cincinnati, Ohio, and he was into like all of that recording and the music industry. And he was like, we should record your songs. And I was like, what in the world? I don't know nothing about that. I'm happy singing praise and worship and doing devotions and the choir in church, you know? And so we did, and it's been history making ever since, I think, 1992 we started singing as a group and stuff like that. We released our first project in like 2000 or something, and it might have been a little bit before that, and we just been doing it ever since. And God has been blessing. I can concur with CHERROD when I'm just so grateful for this platform. It hasn't always been easy, but we're making history right now by being here at T.H.S.A. Records. This is a Black-owned, Black woman record label in the music industry, and I am excited about what God is going to do with it, because it's totally yielded to him.
Yes. And I keep saying we're going to be on the Jennifer Hudson show, because she is such an inspiration as such a young lady, everything that she's gone through, but she I feel like she's encouraged us, like watching her show every day. I'm encouraged to do what we do because, she had so many obstacles, but the girl never stopped. And now she's an EGOT. She's an EGOT. And they were all talking about it today. There's only like there's 3 African-American females, her, Whoopi Goldberg, Viola Davis. Like, wow.
Yeah.
And she is always looking to encourage people that are out there doing. And what I love with what we do is that we're not just doing it for ourselves. We like showcasing others.
Yeah.
We like bringing others. Hey, they might not be our artists in T.H.S.A. Records, but guess what? We have this platform where we can shine a light on what you're doing and how you're growing in your ministry and how you're recording and get others to listen to you. And that's what it's all about. And I'm grateful for this platform in that respect.
Me too.
I really am.
Me too. One of the things that my parents always taught us, and I try to teach my children too, is if you can't help somebody, then don't try to hurt them. And in the music industry, there's been so many doors closed and so many artists' faces and all of that kind of stuff. And we're here for the artist that just doesn't feel like they know where they fit. Right. Like you get that genre thing going on. Well, you're not gospel, because that was my story. You're not really gospel. You're not really this. You're not really that. So where do you fit? How do we play? We can't play your music on our radio station. You know what I mean? Because you're not this or whatever. And but I don't know how to be anything else but who I am. So when like that's just how it is. And so we are here, especially for those who, like Elaine says it best. Those who want to leave a legacy, even if it's one song, them people, what they call them artists, the one and done. What do they call them? Like, they got one hit and you're one hit wonders and you don't hear about them anymore. Even if it's one song and for sure that God gave it to you.
And it's been burning.
Yes. Hit us up because that's what we're here for.
Yes.
And we really love working with those people who feel like they just have no other or just don't know what to do or how to get it done, because some places just expect you to know what to do. You know what I mean? Right. And it's not even like that. Yeah. But we're excited about what God is. I am excited. I
am too. And I will say this, we were talking about, trying to figure out if you even fit anymore. And I always felt like gospel music, like you can't age in gospel music.
Right.
But the last, I want to say 10 years, it's almost like, I felt kind of pushed out. And me personally, I just want to give kudos to those young musicians and young directors and artists out there that feel it not robbery to call me and have me come. And they feel like, I don't need to be sitting on the couch, that, like I still have something to give, because I know God hasn't told me to sit down. He hasn't told you to sit down. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful to the D. Corey Shipleys. I'm grateful to the Craig Hayeses. I'm grateful to the Anton Miltons that call me up and, hey, I need you to go places. I mean, I'm grateful for that, because these are young people. They're younger than me, and they're young people, and they are sending me out there, and they feel like there's a work to be done. Yes, my brother Charles says it's a struggle. It truly is.
It is. It really is.
Struggle.
And you know what else I think did it? The inception of the praise and worship teams, going from devotions to praise and worship.
Yes.
Like, so now you got this team of people, and I sing praise and worship. So I never missed a beat, y'all.
Yes.
I'm old. I'm older than
but
a lot
musically,
of them.
There's a gap when you talk about devotions. Those not spirituals, but the call and response.
Yes.
Of what the deacons used to do.
Yes.
Now praise and worship.
And then the choir. Some churches don't have a choir at all. Like, they just do teams. Yes. They have multiple worship teams. And so it's like, how do you fit in that? Like in the choir, if you can't really rock or you can't really clap or you can't really hold your note, you can still minister and still sing because it's a conglomerate of people. You have more than one alto, you have more than one soprano. But if you're on a worship team and you got 3 background singers and a lead and you can't hold your part,
you have to hold your own.
You got to hold your own. And so those faithful choir members who were up there, because they just love the Lord and they just love to sing his praises, you know, and the choir is, and they can sing, but they're not, you know, they need that person on the right and the left to keep them on their note or whatever.
And they can't be in the mic.
What do they do? Like, what do they do? You know, when they're in a church that gets rid of the choir, or we only get to sing Christmas and Easter and Women's Day or Men's Day, you know what I mean? Or for a special church anniversary. You know, what do they do? Where do they go?
Where do they fit?
Where do they fit?
Where do they fit? And ageism, you know, like, I don't want to think that ageism exists in the gospel world. I don't want to think that. I don't want to believe that. Because it shouldn't. It shouldn't matter.
It shouldn't.
You know, it shouldn't matter.
Well, we're coming up on, and I got a couple announcements, but this has been a great show. We got to get CHERROD back where he can do the whole hour. We can listen to more than one song. And he can maybe show some of his fashions and all of that kind of stuff. That would be great. Yeah. But some announcements. We recorded a song. When did we record it? Last year. Last year. We started working on last Easter. God downloaded. I asked him for a song called to teach to my praise and worship team. Let me start there. The church where I was music director. And he's always faithful when I ask him. And so he downloaded a song. It's called, I didn't know whether to name it He Is the One, but he told me the name of the song is He Is Risen. And so He Is Risen actually was written for Easter. So look, Charles, your brother talk about what happened to the senior.
What happened to the senior?
Exactly. Look, that's how I started my music playing in church. No, playing in the church. I started my music playing in the church for a senior choir at an AME. I was still in high school. Yes. I was the youngest person in the rehearsal every week. I'm like, yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Don't sing it like that, ma'am.
That's hard. That's hard.
It was hard. It was fun. But that's how I got my start, playing for a senior choir. Yes, in church. Yep. But anyway, so we started recording it, and we did that. And it took us a little bit to get it together, but I am excited to announce that this Easter, April 7th, it should be available on all digital outlets. I'm going to do a pre-release probably the middle of March, and you would be able to download it from our website. But if you want to get it early, but Charles is laughing at us.
I know.
But it's called He Is Risen.
Great song.
And get it. This is
I love that.
This is the
it's a great song.
Album cover. Yeah, I'm excited.
You know what I love? I love the fact that well, of course, I love the fact that it's a great song. And I love the fact that when this song comes out, yes, you can teach it to your choirs. And I'm telling you, singing this live brings about a change. I'm telling you, the Holy Spirit came in. The Holy Spirit came in the live recording in the studio.
Yeah.
This song just does something to you. So get it.
Yeah.
Get it.
What I like about the women that God has me working with now, back there, we're all around the same age, not too far off of each other, within 10 years of each other, and we all felt the same way. Like, where do we fit? You know? And so I was like, Elaine, you think they'll sing? Because they sang background with her, but she's been singing with them for over 20 years. And I was like, Elaine, you think they'll sing background on my song? Because a lot of the people in my group relocated down south. And so she was like, yeah, just ask them. And I did. And I am so grateful to Joy Sanders and Jennifer Rossi and Elaine Sanders-Mayfield for singing background and helping me to create, Jennifer. And I mean, I love it. We're in the studio and they were like, well, can we do this here? Let's do this there. Let's do this. Let's go. Look, they the ones that wanted to go up high. Y'all know I'm low and smooth. They the ones, when y'all hear the song go up, that was their idea. Like
Jennifer is the modulation queen.
Yes, it was great. It was great. It was a great
and they both have very
collaboration.
keen ears, which is wonderful.
Yeah,
because you're a stickler on sound, so they are incredible. And that's the other thing, you know, like here are these incredible talents that anybody could be using to do background. You know, they'll learn the music.
Yes.
They come prepared.
Yes.
And they kill it in the studio. So you're not spending a whole lot of money. Your money. They're like, hit it and quit it. And they are, I mean, what else can you say? I mean, it's incredible. I mean, I think we've tapped into something really.
And they're women of God. They're fun to be around.
Absolutely.
We have a great look. We get together. It's a whole day. It's a whole day. Like we eat, we do all kinds of cool stuff before, after the studio. Like it's just wonderful. It's just wonderful. A lot of people hire people to come in the studio, but I'm developing a relationship with all of them. And so I can honestly say that they're my friends and my sisters in Christ.
Yes.
And I genuinely love them. And so it does make a difference in your sound. You know, people don't think that, but it does. It really does. And then the other announcement, so you'll be here. I'm not going to talk a lot about it because I'll play it for you. Maybe in the middle of March we'll play it for you. But the other announcement I have is I was nominated for Kindred Award again this year. 2 categories. We're in 2 categories. Voting actually starts today. You can vote from March 1st to March 31st. And I'm going to run down the list of people that I know who've already been on our show who have also been nominated. But I'm in Katrice Cornett. We're in the female worship category, and we're in urban contemporary group. And they didn't tell me what song, but it has to be Strong and Courageous because I haven't released anything else for the group song. And then Tomar Jackson's been on our show. I think he's in the male worship category.
Yes.
We have I saw Zach in One Accord on there.
Yes.
I saw it was somebody else I saw on the list. But I'm gonna get the list, you guys. We have some interviews coming up next week, and next week we'll roll the list for you of everybody you can go and vote. And you can vote every day.
You can vote every day.
Every day. And you can vote you can go to the website at kindredministries.us and vote. And you can also email in your vote. Okay, so make sure you guys get on there and the artist that you saw on our show or that we support, or see somebody that you support or that you know, and vote, because without you, we are not artists. Independent artists don't have labels backing them. Some of us do, but it's not like what you call them, the A-listers or whatever. Yeah, like that's what Lamont called them. The A-listers is not like that. We depend on our fan base to support us.
Yes.
So if you know of any of those names, just go to kindredministries.us and vote. It takes 2 seconds. Click, 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 click. It's all set up for you, and just support the artist that way. The one thing I love about the Kindred Awards is it's not like we all come together in this one room for the awards show, and the support and the love is absolutely amazing. It doesn't feel like competition, and everybody is cheering everybody on. And I mean, I've made some long-lasting relationships that way, collaborative relationships and all of that kind of stuff.
Oh, I want to attend. I hope my schedule doesn't have any conflicting.
Yeah, I think it's the middle, it's the week before we go to UMAC.
Okay.
Yeah, the weekend before we go to UMAC. So yeah, if you don't know about UMAC, Craig Hayes been on our show.
Ooh, United Music and Arts Conference.
Yes, yes, that's coming up.
Yes, April 1st.
April 1st. We have the fundraiser. Tell them about it, Elaine.
Yes, April 1st, the United Music and Arts Conference, Craig Hayes United Music and Arts Conference. There will be a service. He's having a gospel fest 3 to 5 at Tabernacle Baptist Church, 2nd Street in Burlington, New Jersey. It is going to be wonderful. It starts at 3 p.m. So you're going to be out before dark. So get there, get your seat, because he's got some incredible guests coming. He's announced who his guests are. The flyers, we're waiting for the flyers coming out.
And we're going to post it on our page.
And we will post it on our page. He's got a group from, I think, Maryland or DC coming.
Yeah.
He's got, Nick Reynolds. I love Nick Reynolds. Oh, my gosh, from Philadelphia. He's got me. I'm coming.
We're going to be
and
singing
Katrice, we're coming.
Yes.
So we're gonna finally do While I Wait live.
I'm excited.
Oh, me too. And he's got, oh my goodness, he's got some fantastic groups coming. So I'm excited. Oh, I can't think of their name. It's another big, large group from Philadelphia. They came to UMAC, to Fort Lauderdale last year. Incredible. So don't miss it. April 1st, Tabernacle Baptist Church, 3 to 5 p.m. 3 to 5, not 7:30, not 6 o'clock, 3 to 5 p.m.
Yep.
April 1st.
Yeah. So we're gonna be in the house, and I'm excited for that. Yeah.
I know. Yeah. I'm thrilled.
And this is actually a fundraising event for UMAC. So come on out and support. Even if you can't go to UMAC, you can come to this and you can get a taste of what UMAC is like.
Yes.
And then you can maybe plan so that you could go next year or the next time he hosts it. But we're going to
conference.
Go ahead.
The conference is what is it? June 20. Here we go. I'm here. June 26th through the 29th.
Yes.
In Fort Lauderdale at the Galleria 1. You can make your reservations now for your hotel if you want to go. Get your flight and go to UMAC online and pay your registration. Right now, there's a registration special going on. So, and the week is incredible. I mean, the gifts and talents that he has, and the iconic gospel artists that are there to talk to you and speak to you about your independent artist journey is wonderful. The classes are second to none. It's incredible. So you don't want to miss it.
Yeah. So we're excited about what God is doing in the life of gospel music industry, in the indie artist side, and even in the I don't even know what you call the other artists. If you're not an indie, what are you? You got to get a name for them. The A-listers.
A-listers.
But that's what he's doing in the world of gospel music, because it's time for us to, I guess the word I want to say is just spread the word of God through song in any kind of way, just to be the light for the world. You guys know I say that all the time. The kingdom has come. It is now. Revival is happening now. Y'all seen on the news what's happening at that Asbury campus. Revival is happening now. We keep saying, let thy kingdom come. How about he here? You here? He lives in you. So he here. So step on out like CHERROD told you.
Yes.
And do what God has gifted you to do and what he's placed in you to do.
If not now, then when?
Right. If not now, then when? Yeah. So you guys have a great night. We thank you for tuning in. We will be back on March 6th with I believe it's Sean Scales.
Yes.
And he will be with us. And then on the 7th, we have Noe Felice, who is actually he's doing something with How Sweet the Sound. He is. A competition or something like that with How Sweet the Sound. And we'll be talking to him. So next week we'll be back twice. So and we're going to get that information that you need for UMAC. We'll have that for you. And we'll have the voting information for the Kindred Awards. And we'll talk about some more awesome women in history. How about that?
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you for tuning in. May the grace of God and his peace be with you and your families. Thank you. See you next week on the 6th.
Yes. Grace, peace, and favor.
Yes. Good night.
Good night.